Hi, everybody. Welcome to Burning Bridges. I'm Holly.
I'm Taylor.
And we are here to burn You're on Your Own, Kid.
Yes, the inspiration behind Burning of the Bridges.
Absolutely. And
Holly, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are we officially YouTubers now?
I think we might be. I think maybe we are.
Right.
We're definitely official Sparkers.
Oh, well, that obviously.
So I'm excited to do this one because, the Eras tour just ended and this is like our song.
Need a moment of silence for the Eras tour.
Yes. And the love.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've been having a hard time with the Eras tour being over. It just feels kind of like, but I am happy.
I got my artwork here to commemorate. I have the folklore cabin and I have the acoustic section piano. You can't see it too well. And then I have like an all too well. Beautiful, beautiful artwork.
Yes, I love those. Did somebody paint those?
They are prints from, I think, original art. I found them on Etsy. It's a Canadian artist whose name I should probably know. I will find out for our next one to give them a shout out because it's just really, really beautiful work.
Very gorgeous.
And then I'm going to keep adding to my background and hopefully some Sparkx users artwork and things like that. So we'll just really get it popping.
Yay!
But yeah, that's my little Eras tour, and then of course I got the book, and the shirt. Even though I didn't go,
it doesn't matter.
I know.
We all were there though. You know what I mean?
Like
a live stream or whatever. Like everyone was a part of it, and I don't care if you went or not. Like everyone who watched the live streams and were involved was a part of it, for sure.
Absolutely.
Like, and an important part of it, to be honest with you. Like, I think everyone played a super important part, whether you physically were there or not. So, yay!
And I just want to say that I think that those last 3 concerts were chef's kiss perfect. I know that a lot of people were, myself included, wanting other or expecting or hoping for other things, guest singers and guests and things like that, or announcements, whatever, but that's okay. It was perfect the way it was. It was exactly how it had to be.
I agree with you. And I think that first of all, she's going to do whatever she wants to do. And so that's the way she wanted to do it. So let's just all respect that. But also it just gives honor and, reverence to the Eras tour in its entirety, and it was the perfect last 3 days. And honestly, I think that she did that sort of on purpose so people would stop guessing maybe what she was gonna do with outfits and stuff, and maybe she's like, I just want everyone to just enjoy this. Like, I'm just enjoying living in this moment, and so I just want other people to do that also. And I'm just gonna silently say that with not changing my outfits.
Right. I mean, your theory is that those cameras weren't even really filming stuff, right?
Yeah, that was I'm like, maybe that's just that was her silent message. Like, I'm just going to put all these cameras everywhere and people will know it's because I'm filming. And she probably is really filming, obviously. Why would she?
I mean, it'd be a waste to not.
It would be ridiculous.
But
I think it was sort of how they were really obviously filming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so maybe, who knows? But either way, it was perfect. And I cried for days, and I've watched everything, and I'm so excited. And there's all this really cool behind the scenes stuff that she keeps posting on her channels. Have you seen that? It's very cool.
I've seen some of it. I know there's they've basically developed an archive for people to put their pictures and videos up, which is amazing. And I will definitely check that out when I have a little bit more mental space to take that in and appreciate it.
Yes, understood.
When I can hold space for it. Do I need to hold your finger?
You're
Cynthia?
like a emotional support nail.
Yeah.
it took me a while to understand. I'm like, what is this? What's happening in this interview? Like, I
don't know.
understand anything that's going on. I didn't know if it was real. I had to look it up and like, was this on Saturday Night Live? Like, was this a real event? I can't tell if this is real or not.
Which Gracie's going to be on Saturday Night Live tonight. I'm very excited.
Ooh, that's so good.
I know.
Very exciting. So for
bracelet chicks, for good luck for Gracie, but she's going to be amazing.
Absolutely.
And Wicked was amazing.
Oh, good. I haven't seen it yet. I saw it. I mean, I've obviously seen the musical, but I haven't seen the movie yet.
Oh, good.
But I'm going to. I'm excited.
You'll cry even more.
I know. And I don't
keep hydrating, Holly, because we're worried about you. We're worried you're just gonna like shrivel with all the crying.
I know. I need to I'm holding space away from things that are making me cry. Like I had to put up some boundaries, so I'll probably be watching Wicked at a different time. So anyway, and we have Taylor's birthday was yesterday, so obviously
it was her birthday.
And I hope everybody entered the
give a tay
birthday give a tay because I'm excited about that. And
you were so cute in that video, by the way. Like your little flowers in the thumbnail looked like a crown. I was like, okay, go off, Holly.
Yeah, I got really into it. And I was like hyperventilating, blowing up all those balloons. I'm like, like, oh my God, why did I decide to do this? But yeah, it looks really cute. And I'm just very excited about it. So
yeah.
Yay.
I love everybody's answers.
Oh my God, me too.
So many wishes just for love and peace and
I know, and I love it. But I purposely I'm not responding to them because I don't want anyone to feel like there's any form of bias.
Or
because like really we've built like an entire thing inside the app that just randomly picks a person. So but I'm just like I don't want to like respond. You know what I mean? I just feel like all like nervous.
You don't want to develop any conspiracy theorists?
No, I'm trying to not have conspiracies. Please, I can't handle a conspiracy right now. I'm very fragile. I'm in like a very fragile state. I have friendship bracelets in my hair. I'm literally a little unhinged. Okay, like I don't need anything.
I traumatized a cashier in the store. That's my favorite story ever because I would do the same thing.
It was so embarrassing. I
don't think you have any reason to be embarrassed. I think not only do I think you made that cashier's day, month, year, I bet there was a Swiftie in the vicinity who was perked and listening. And I'm surprised nobody pulled you aside and was like,
they should have
talk.
They should have spoken up because it was like silence. I've never heard silence quite that loud. Let me just quote Taylor when that happened. And it was
except for the shaking of your many, many bracelets.
That's not silence though.
You're never in silence.
No. And let me tell you, it was once I got to the car and processed it, it was funny. But in real time, I was like, oh my God, I am so embarrassed that I don't even. And like, how crazy am I right now that she said you dropped your receipt, and I was like, completely thought that she said, when will she drop Rep TV? And I literally just went off for like, I think it was like 25 minutes.
Let me tell you what I think.
Instant going off, and I mean like and she was like making this face like.
I know. I swear people like have stopped talking to me about it because I'm like, well, no, but there's this. And then like, no, she said that she did this. She said, and it's like, oh God, Taylor, shut up. People like want to say their own things. Like I don't have to correct every single thing.
I know. It's hard. And like,
I don't have to be the professor.
And I did have bracelets up to my elbows on both arms, and I was wearing a Taylor shirt, and it was completely insane. Like when I got into my car and I'm like, like, oh my God, I look insane. You know what I mean?
and then I went to that night before the concert started, I went to the viral Taylor Swift Miss Christmas Light House, which happens to be quite near to where I live, and it was spectacular.
It looked incredible. It looked incredible.
If you haven't seen it, viewers online, please check it out. I posted it on Sparkx, or it's everywhere.
It's incredible.
The detail and the work that this family went into to do this. I don't know how they built a folklore cabin.
Like,
they built the glass cage for the reputation that
it's like
the typewriter. The typewriter, like a
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Unbelievable. I don't know how they did it.
I would move into it though. If that was close by me, I'm not joking. They would get up to go to work for the morning, and I would be laying on the folk
on the roof
cabin. Yeah. Singing.
Yeah. I mean, it was miniaturized, but you would fit.
I'd smush on it. Like, I don't even care. Like, if it was, I don't even care if I was like doing a full back arch over the whole thing. I would be on that roof. And
I mean, they even had like this huge, like the size of their whole house, like a banner of Taylor, and then in the background it was like small little pictures of her, and then they had it so you could go and like have a photo op, basically.
Oh my God, I love these people. Like, hand heart to your extraordinary skill set and enthusiasm. Like,
I know.
I'd be there every day though. Like, I wouldn't be able to resist. Like, I have impulse control problems. Like, I would be like, well, I guess I'm just going to go back to that house and march all around singing The Smallest Man Who Ever
Right.
Lived.
I feel like I should bring like a Sparkx thing and like slide it in there.
Oh, you should. Ooh-ah.
And fun fact, a crossroad, like when I was leaving, I had to turn on Tupelo, a road called Tupelo, and I was like, oh, okay, Dorothea.
Yeah. Hold on. Maybe we should get their address and I should send them a fan letter.
That would be amazing.
Because I have this major obsession with sending letters. So
okay, I can get you. I have their address. Obviously, I went to the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know their names, but
it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go Swiftie family, who is like,
we don't need their names.
We don't need. It's just like the king of my heart family.
Right. Oh yay! Our first one! Yay!
It happened again. This only happens when I do this burning bridges with you. Like, this shit never happens when in any other time I'm ever.
I love it so much. It's gotta be this.
Typewriters could come out of it. Can I I don't.
But it doesn't do it for me because I think I turned the thing off.
I don't even
know
know
when I initially started.
I don't even want to know.
There were settings. All I know, well, of course, it's magic, obviously. Yeah. But there were settings like when I first got on this website, and I think I turned that off. Whatever it is, whatever it's called.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen the settings. I'm just choosing to have it be magical. Yes, magic. Magic is real, everyone. Magic is freaking real.
It is. Of course it is. Of course it is.
All right. So let's light a candle, right?
Yes, because we are going to burn the bridges.
We need to burn the bridges.
Again, Sparta Candle. And P.S., we are not sponsored by Sparta. We just love them. They went to the last night of they went to the last show. They had glorious green velvet jackets with like all the reputation. They are the Swiftiest of Swifties. If they wanted to sponsor us, we would not be opposed.
I'll rate
but this is the best smelling candle I've ever.
I love mine.
Smelt, and I don't even use it that often because I don't want to use it.
I'm going to catch my face on fire because these days. So I'm trying to.
It's so good. I love it so much.
I love it too. So, all right, let's burn this bridge, baby.
All right. The song that inspired the burning bridges, inspired the friendship bracelets, and the unofficial theme of the Eras tour. Let's go.
Let's go, bitch.
And of course, you're wearing your Midnight's
I'm
colors.
wearing my Midnight's colors.
You are thematic.
I'm wearing Midnight's friendship bracelets in my
Yes,
hair.
and I have mine that you sent to me.
A little clock.
My very first one is for Young Kid.
Yay!
With a star. Yay!
All right, so let's get into it.
All right, so long, Daisy May.
So long, Daisy May.
Let's jump right in.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I first of all, I just want to say I love the song "Fully and Wholly," and I think it's an incredible, like, little microscope into her story. You know, like a micro view of her story, and really everyone's story in life. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the hero's journey, and how I view it. You know?
Yeah. And I just feel like this is the, like, maybe the one Taylor song. I've never heard anybody say they don't like this song.
True.
Everybody is like hard relate to this song. Like, this taps into whatever makes a Swiftie. This taps into it.
Totally. Without question.
Strongly.
Without question. And I think it's like a combination of feeling seen in this song because everyone can relate to the story itself, but also being a supporter of Taylor and understanding like her journey, and it's just all in there. It's like, and it hits all the feels, you know what I mean? Like it just hits all of the emotional points, and I think it's just brilliantly constructed. And
it definitely
super
is.
Interesting. Like, she says so much without having to say so much. It's
a very lyrically thin song, as opposed to the lyrically dense songs that we got through Tortured Poets.
Yes.
But it has so much.
It has so much in it. And
just like insight and
absolutely. All right, so where should we start? I mean, I know we're supposed to just burn the bridge, but where should we start?
Well, I mean, I think we start with Daisy May and the meaning behind, you know, we're starting off with So Long, Daisy May.
So Long, Daisy May.
Which I personally think is an allusion to like the country roots, her very young start in the industry, the innocence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like, daisies represent innocence, and I also think that she's using Daisy May from the Beverly Hillbillies because their story is like they move from, you know, I think they moved from Tennessee to,
I don't remember, to Beverly
Hills. And so it's a story of, you know, they struck oil and, you know, became very wealthy and moved to LA in Beverly Hills.
Right.
And,
so like a fish is very fish out of water.
Fish out of water, and, you know, big new world. And I feel like that's what
also,
she's
like. How sad we have to explain this because there are like younger people who are like Beverly Hillbillies with the
like, what's that? Well, for reference,
Horizon old.
It was way before our time. Also,
it was. That's true.
Like,
it was like black and white.
There was like
it was
like 4 generations of syndication going on. I feel like.
It was like when people still watch repeats.
Yeah, totally.
That's how we were.
Yes. So anyway, I think that's what it's referring to. And then, you know, I picked the petals. He loves me not. Okay, so this guy that she's like pining after says no. You know what I mean? It's not interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously we know that she's been looking for love her whole life.
Yeah.
Hard same.
Totally.
And, you know, so it's sort of like, you know, looking for I asked the traffic lights.
Yes.
It's looking for signs, and does he love me? Does he not? And you sort of get consumed with when you're looking for something.
Yeah. And I think at this time period in her life, even her music reflects, like, Fearless and Debut and Speak Now all have this truly idealistic. She had very, very idealistic views on like love and right and wrong, and, you know, like, just very, very,
very romanticized, very
totally, which is great. But like, I think that that move from Tennessee to LA, you know, was really an eye opener. And I think she calls back to it in Clara Bow also. Like, it's like this whole, you know, new world, and she realizes, oh shit, like some things aren't like how my bubble's a little bit burst, because, like, you know, some things, the world is a big grown up place, and it's not, stories don't happen like in the movies, you know what I mean? And I think it was like a coming to terms with that was like very difficult, because, you know, I also think like when you're a super creative person, like I'm a super creative person, and like I get like worlds in my head, and you know, and when those worlds come into conflict with reality, it's like disappointing. Even though it's like, I like invented this world in my head. Like, well, why am I disappointed that this isn't the reality of life? But
you get invested in it, absolutely.
And it's like how you want the world to be, and it's
because usually it's better.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely better. Yeah, it's definitely better. And it's also
those secret gardens in your mind.
Yes. Oh my God. My theme song. That song that means so much. And we'll get to that song later. Yeah. But like, don't like.
I know.
Distracted. But you know, I think that it was her like, oh man, you know. First of all, also realizing you're on your own, kid. You always have been. It's her talking to herself, making the realization that like you don't need a prince on a white horse to come pick, like, to save the day. You know what I mean? You are your own fairy tale. Do you know what I mean? You are your own fairy tale, girl. Like, you are your own princess, queen of your own world. You are the story, and no one else needs. You don't need saving by any other buddy, you know, of any other human besides you. You are the fairy tale.
Yeah.
And so
that's deep.
I mean, I just think that that's right, though. And
I know, I agree. It's just, it would be nice.
It would be great. Like trust me, it would be super awesome. But talking like, you know, this is real life. You know,
I know
it's rough sometimes. And then
okay, so and then she talks about so something different bloomed writing in her room.
Yes.
Which I think to me is like she was writing about these loves, but what came from that was she realized I can write these songs.
Yes.
And they're good. People like them.
Totally.
And that's kind of what bloomed.
Absolutely.
Without question. Ballooned.
Absolutely. She realizes that her own value and she discovered her talent. And, you know, something different bloomed.
And that dream bloomed.
Yeah. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to take all of these experiences and write about them. And I want to tell the world this. Like, I want to.
And then people are going to mock me about it for the next 20 years.
She probably didn't know that then. I don't know if it will do it. It only does it when I
saw somebody make a comment.
Rain!
What? Rain show? What? How
Guys,
you're magic.
I don't know what.
That is unbelievable. Taylor, if you're watching this, I know you loved that because you love the rain.
I don't know if I can ever. Now
I think it's
a midnight rain, guys. Midnight rain.
Oh my God.
Happening. The world's crazy. Okay, so maybe it's this candle in my manifesting. Shit's going haywire.
You're a very powerful manifester.
Yeah. If lightning starts, I'll like lightning. That would be crazy. I'm not even gonna. All right. So.
So what are her dreams? Her dreams, obviously, we know her musical. I mean, she says her dreams aren't rare. Like, she wants love. She wants a family. She wants to be married. She wants, and she also wants success and the music and the fame. And these are not rare. These are dreams that a lot of people have. And like, you know, but I think her biggest dream is being seen.
Absolutely. Without question. Yeah. And heard, more importantly.
Yes.
Like, I want this story heard, and I want to investigate love for the rest of my life and try to figure out what it really comes down to and untangle like the the ideals from the reality and like just write about this in a very human kind of way. Mm-hmm. And I think that when she says like I searched the party of better bodies just to learn that my dreams aren't rare, I think that is really like the first time she goes to like an industry event.
Yeah.
She sees like quite literally everybody in the room has the exact same dream as her. Like everyone's trying to make it, and everyone is trying to be number one and seen and heard and successful, like with the exact same dream. Like I'm in a sea full of singer-songwriters, and everyone here wants to be, you know, the top artist, and that's probably like exceptionally overwhelming. Like, you know,
I think most people would be dissuaded by that, but I think for her, it just fueled her.
Absolutely. And like it says it in you can see her mindset when she says better bodies. Like I searched the party of better bodies. So that tells me that she's like thinking, oh, everyone else here looks the part more than I do. Like I searched the party of better looking people, the better, like more star material, and learned that my dreams aren't rare. Not only are they not rare, but like other people look more like the part than I do from my point of view. You know what I mean? That's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
But she like takes the power back. She's like, but you know what? I have something they don't, which is the truth 100%. Like there's only one Taylor, and she is the greatest. Like, do you know what I mean? Like there's two Taylors. You're a Taylor, but do you know what I mean? Like in the industry, all Taylors are amazing. But you know, magic time. I don't know.
Yay!
But now will it rain? I don't know how I conjured up a storm, but see now that was just that one. I don't know. It won't do it. But anyway,
thematically appropriate right now. So
yeah, it's not. They're like, hold on. So yeah, I mean, I think that this part of the song is really interesting. And then, what do you feel about the sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes?
Okay, so I think it's interesting. I think a lot of people assume that that's like, you know, summer to fall or summer to winter, just talking about a change of season. I don't think so, though. I think we're talking about childhood and childhood dreams to like adulthood, but also the ashes makes me think of the VMAs, that big pinnacle, that big moment in her life that everything is before that or after that for her.
I completely agree with you 100%, because sprinkler splashes, like you only play in a sprinkler when you're a child, you know what I mean? To fireplace ashes, also like fireplaces are adult, like kids don't play in the fireplace because you're not allowed to. You know what I mean? Like they're dangerous. It's a fire, you know, it's what's left after the fire from fireplace ashes. So yeah, like I totally agree with that 100%. It's from childhood till everything was burned down, you know, in the rep era, you know, and how she survived it for sure.
I think that's maybe when she felt most on her own, standing on that stage. And I think that's the moment that she, maybe not the moment, but that point in her life is when she took a turn, you know, I mean, she was going in a direction that would have been fine, would have been great.
Yep.
But it changed her life so profoundly. It changed her music. It changed her way she saw things. It changed everything.
Yeah, and her ability to retake the narrative and just truly just come out on top is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I think that had the whole thing with the Wests not occurred, her career would be different. And I don't know if it would have catapulted into the monstrous success that, I mean, who knows? It's Taylor, but like it would have been different.
Yeah.
Like
it would definitely be different. Yeah.
It would be different. And like I feel like these things add to the incredible hero's journey that her story represents. Because I mean, like, really, I mean, I found myself when I was at the Eras tour and watching on live streams and at the last shows, feeling this overwhelming emotion of being proud of her, like so proud, like this like it was like such a powerful feeling of being proud of someone. Like, you did it, like you crushed it, I'm gonna start crying right now, like you absolutely just completely took everything that, like, you know, the Taylor is over parties and all of that shit, and you made the most brilliant moves with it. And you
absolutely,
like are you
such
a powerhouse, and I'm so glad. Like, I'm so happy and glad and proud and pumped that, like, out of that, she's done the biggest tour that the world has ever seen. It makes me so happy that I can't even explain it in words that sound sane, honestly.
And it's like, at what point do people stop dismissing her popularity, her ability, I mean, because you still all the time see the, you know, she can't sing, she can't dance, but clearly she can.
Yes, and I will at some point post my PowerPoint presentation of my Swiftie intervention, because it's like, you know, there's opinions and there's facts, and
yes,
like, facts to me are like what matters. Like, there is no one bigger. There is no one who's written a catalog of music where there's like literally like hardly any skips in it. Her catalog is enormous. Like, she is so talented. Her business moves are equally as profound as her writing ability and her musicianship. And it is mind-bending when you think about how much talent that is. Like, you know, I think she's made a massive point to go, like, I know how the pop star like path usually goes. Like, there's always some kind of like drugs end up in the
well, and child star too.
Yeah, child star. Like, it usually turns bad, but I'm just going to stay on the course. I'm not going to get weighed down by any of the tropes that happen to, you know, other stars. I am doing this differently, and I am doing it better than anyone ever has. And she has. And like, that is a fact. The fact that everyone in the world has an opinion about somebody means you've won. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely true.
If half the world didn't know who she was, it wouldn't be like, every human knows who Taylor Swift is to some degree or not. Like,
can you imagine?
Like, no, I can't. I think about it all the time. It's like, it's not even, I can't even comprehend what that would be like, and the amount.
But you also just sometimes sit and I wish I could like hear that song for the first time again.
Oh my God. I'm like freaking out right now because, okay, let me just tell you. Yes, I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. And this is what I have to do, and I did it yesterday. I have this thing where I watch people's reaction videos on YouTube only so I can have the secondhand effect of being able to see somebody hear a song for the first time. And I do it like so much. It's like almost like, why am I doing this again? Like, I've watched so many.
Oh, where'd you go?
Oh, fuck. I don't know where I went. Hold on. Here I am.
There you are.
Sorry. I don't know why that popped up, because whatever. I'll cut it out.
Okay.
So I like watch people's reaction videos because I try to get that feeling again.
Yeah. And you're like, just wait till you hear this part.
Yeah. And like, when I see their face, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes. And I get to like relive that, you know? And I think that's just a really, really cool thing. So anyway, we're straying, but
shocking that we would stray off the.
I know, but okay. So she's discovered that her talent is blooming, right? And so then she goes, I play my songs in the parking lot, I'll run away. And so she is saying like, oh, hold on. This is why this is happening. Okay. So she's saying like a flashback to when she did like play her music in the parking lots. So
yeah,
pass out her demo tape, and it's just like, all of this.
for sure. It also, I always like visual, because I'm such a visual person, like, and I love the Lady Gaga version of A Star Is Born. So I'm always picturing that scene with when she sings "Shallow" for the first time with Fred Cooper in the parking lot.
Yes,
that's what always flashes in my head too.
Oh,
and it's just like it's such a convergence of
absolutely, and it is really wild. And I often wonder, like, when was like the true like first time like everyone around her was like, this is happening for you? Like, was there a moment?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if any of us will ever know, or if it was just like everything just kept happening and happening, but there was never like, I don't know. Like, I just wonder if there was a time where there was like a family meeting. Like, guess what? This is true. Like, your dreams are going to come true. Like, this is happening. You have.
Well, imagine when she really got signed for the first time, which I don't know fully the details. I know her dad sort of helped with some financial stuff with that, but it wasn't a big deal, and it doesn't.
Yeah, and like it just
you do not remain successful,
right?
20 years after the fact,
right?
That's because your dad spent some money at the very beginning of when you were 13 or 14.
Right. It's irrelevant to her success, I feel like, because she would have written the same shit anyway. Like this was in her head. Like, these were things that were not like some paid for, group of ghostwriters that were like, oh, we'll just write this shit for you and you can just sing it. You know what I mean? Like, just look at the progression of her vocal strength from the beginning to, like, she has worked this every way possible, and like she never gives up. She does just try. Like, this is what she's like, I'm taking vocal lessons. You can tell. You can tell the difference. Like, you just like, oh my god. And like, honestly, there are times when I'm listening to Folklore, Evermore, Midnight's, TTBD, that I'm like, her vocals are amazing. Like, amazing. And I am so happy that her, like, it's just like this. I just got chills thinking about it. Like, it's just like, yes, like, you have, it's just, I'm so proud of her. And I love that it was her. Out of all the people that have been an inspiration to me in my life, you know what I mean? Like, celebrity wise or whatever. I'm so happy that it's her that has been like my number one girl for like so many years, and to have her, to see this happen has been like so emotional, like, for me, like, and for like a lot of fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
the
for
proudness.
Well, and we'll get into it when you do your interviews in the new year. But I'll give a little snippet that when she first came out, I was not a fan.
Most people weren't.
I don't like country.
I would say that most people,
but
weren't.
Also, like, her name was Taylor, and there were not a lot of Taylors at the time. Not female Taylors, anyway, because it used to be predominantly a boy's name. And so when I started getting hit with like that Taylor Swift, I was like, no. Yeah. Like, me.
Yeah.
So it was.
No, I understand.
It was like that,
from I loved her from this first minute. Like, I've been from the first second of debut, I was on board fully. I was like, I love this person. I love the viewpoints. I love how she writes. Like, I love it. Like, I love. I'm such a nerd at heart, though. Like, I love. I'm like always been like a reader, and like,
Well,
like,
she
into
is
stories.
That's why, like, for me, it's I'm always lyrically first.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely.
And her lyrics are.
They're the best.
Bar none.
And like, not only her lyrics, but let me just like say my other favorite thing about her it's her cadence, it's her
Yeah.
flow patterns,
Yes.
it's her ability to switch beats. It's like how she can make like words that don't rhyme, how she can break up the syllables in a
How
way
she
that
can
is very
leave
much
a fragment of a word or leave a
Yes.
word off, but
absolutely
it has 10 times more meaning because it's not there.
because it's not there. Yes,
One of
like
my-
it's
One of my very favorite things she does is it sounds like a bop, but it's the most devastating
oh absolutely
lyrically you've ever heard in your life. Like
that is truly
I Can Do It With a
amazing.
Broken Heart. Like
Oh, I know. It's wildly fun. Like you're like Taylor, like it's so like
no.
you don't know which emotion to feel, and it's just,
Like I'm dancing around.
you're like
I'm so depressed. I act
so
like it's a
confused.
birthday.
I love that she does that. I there's so many things I love about her writing, but I also truly love how she can make in her singing make her voice sound like the word that she's describing. Like
Yes.
I love when she does like slipped away in like in
Mhm.
August. I love the up highs. I love how you can take one of her songs and literally fold it in half and it would be the exact
Yes.
mirror like
and the
of
sister
syllables
songs and like
of-
how self-referential she
oh
is.
totally. It's a remarkable body of work and
Mhm. And it's not even like halfway through.
no.
We still have so much of her left to
Oh my God.
experience and explore.
Well, me too, but like I feel like we could talk about like her current body of work for the next 27 years. Do you know what I mean? Like
I know. Which is
so
like
like
because we're YouTubers now, and this is what we do.
yeah, we're talking about this forever. Well, it's my favorite subject, so like no problem.
Right.
But,
exactly.
As that cashier will tell you, really.
But
No.
also like when we finally delve into the X-rated portion of Burning Bridges and we do Guilty as Sin, the way that she uses the music and the lyrics and her voice
dropped me to the floor. Like I was dropped to the floor. I was overcome, shocked, in awe, gagged, blown away.
And like I personally I wish she would release that as a single because
So do
I'm
I.
real tired of it's just like preteen girls who like Taylor Swift and she would never say the word bitch. You clearly have not listened to her music
Right.
since
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah. 2000 or whatever.
Yeah, like whatever. I know. And I love Guilty as Sin to me is like look at me like clutching my face.
Clutching your
as
pearls.
I'm talking about it.
What? Someone think of the children.
Guilty as Sin is so incredible to me.
So
Musically,
good.
the production of it, the words, the metaphors, the absolute everythings about that song is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Okay.
Maybe
so
we can do that next. Please comment
let's
below.
do that
Please
next. Comment below
subscribe
if you want
and
us to do
like
Guilty as
our
Sin
video and comment below if you want us
Comment
to do
below.
Guilty as Sin.
Yes, or whatever you want else. But I really want to do Guilty as Sin because I am
me too.
deeply obsessed with it. Okay, so
Oh wait, but we're doing another song, so we have to go back to it.
yeah, back to You're On Your Own, Kid. So let's do the bridge. So
The bridge.
let's get to the bridge and let's burn it. So from sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes, we've already discussed. So I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for this, which is obvious. Like she has given all of it, all of her everything,
all of herself,
all of it for this. All the tears, blood, sweat, and tears, endless work ethic, impeccable. Like she's given it all, right?
Yes,
She
absolutely.
hosted parties. She starved her body, referring to the ED situation,
Yes.
which is horrible. Like I'd be saved by the perfect kiss, which is like that's that ideal situation being like sort of tossed out. Like she like thought like the one thing would come in, swoop in, and be the thing, whether it's a kiss or a record deal or whatever it is. But she realizes that it's all this work, and she's the only one that has the power to either make this successful or not. Like it's her.
Yes.
It's not an outside influence. The jokes weren't funny. I took the money. Okay, we get it. Like the jokes weren't funny. You know,
They were, but for so long she had to take them.
She had to take them.
She wasn't in the position she's now,
Nope.
where she can. You know, I mean, she wrote songs like "Mean" and stuff, but now she can really like push back.
Yeah.
Against the jokes and the, you know, people will say things like about her being litigious and those kinds. I mean, she sued a guy for $1. Like, I mean, that's not being litigious. That's making a point, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And setting a precedent. But I do think she sort of had to eat the jokes for a very, very, very long time. And we've all heard the jokes, and they are misogynistic. They are, and they continue. And it's like,
it's ridiculous.
It's exhausting. Okay.
And ridiculous.
We are never, ever, ever.
Well, I mean, look at Blank Space, like she wrote, because of like all the shit that people were saying about her. She wrote like a historical masterpiece.
I love when she does that. I love when she takes what people say about her. She's like, well, okay, I'm gonna write a song about this.
Yeah. Like
shake it off and he's afraid of little me. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Love.
Like, love. And like there's not many people that can stand outside themselves and write a satire about their own.
I know, right?
Like, that is very, very hard to do. You have to be so self-aware to be able to do this. And you also have to realize how different the person is that they're describing from yourself to even make it satire to begin with. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And it's brilliant. Like, she does it better than anyone ever could. I just love this. And then my friends from home don't know what to say, because like, honestly, I've thought about this line a lot also. Like, if you have like some hometown friend of yours that has been your friend since childhood, and you become like one of the most talked about famous people in America, around the world, like, there's not a whole lot that they can probably even say. They can probably be like, well, the things that they're saying about you aren't like you, or are the things that
I think that's part of it too.
Like,
is
what is real, what isn't, like, what are you becoming? We don't like it, or we protecting you from it. Like, there's like so much, they don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, and then how to defend or support, or like, is she changing? Like, is she
changing, especially like after the VMAs in the Reputation area? Oh no, now she's being a different. That's not the Taylor Swift, you know, we grew up with, or whatever, that we knew in the early days of Nashville. Who you know,
and
but
also,
that's
like,
part of growing up, and like so many name especially a female. Who was famous at a young age, especially in music, who did not go through some stage of uber out there sexuality,
drugs,
drugs, yes, but just like, they can't just turn 18 and blow out the candles on a cake. They have to prove to the world, I'm an adult now. Yeah. And Taylor did not ever do that. I have so much respect for her. Not that I don't have respect for the female artists who have done that, because I understand why they have done it, and it's fine. I mean, you can do it any way that you want to, but I have a lot of respect for her that she didn't do it, and that she sort of took on her adulthood in this different way. Absolutely. Even if maybe she was sort of forced to by K-Man.
I don't know. Like,
the man whose name we won't say.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like, what I respect highly about her is that she was like, this is how I see my career, and I'm not falling into any of the pitfalls that other people fall into. Like, I am doing this like with a business mind through this whole entire thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am not going to be the one that goes down for, like, you know, some kind of scandal or like drugs, or like, I am doing this. I am doing this. I'm nothing is stopping me. I will not, you know. And then when the situation with the Wests, you know, arose, it was life change. Like, that was like a, which, I mean, it started at the VMAs, you know what I mean? And it just kept on going. But, you know, I think it gave her fuel for sure, but it also it wounded her, like, in a dramatic way.
I mean, she says in Americana that it traumatized her. Absolutely. Like, I literally think she if she does not still, she had PTSD
Absolutely.
from it.
Without question. When you hear her viewpoint on that, it's like, oh my God, you think like she thought everyone was booing her.
Was booing
how,
her.
Like, absolutely horrifying that would be. And that's why I think this next line, I looked around in a blood-soaked gown. I think that this is the VMAs, but I think that she's using the movie Carrie as the analogy here. Like, because in the horror movie Carrie, she was like the outcast. They invite her to the prom, you know, all the stuff. I think they make her a homecoming queen. And
they do, so that she's up on stage.
Yes, and they dump blood all over
and
her.
She kind of thinks she's finally accepted.
She's finally accepted. She's finally seen. She's finally been accepted by her peers, and it was just a big joke, and just to humiliate her in this blood-soaked gown. And that's how she felt on the VMAs stage, like, because, you know, blood-soaked gown, you're like, well, what do you mean? And that's also, I mean, I think it also shows, like, you can see my wounds, you know what I mean? Like, I was wounded. I was standing there bleeding and out in front of you, you know what I mean? Like, this killed me, you know, like this killed me. And all I can think of when I hear that song is the movie Carrie, and I'm just like, it's heartbreaking.
And it's you know, obviously we'll never know, but I don't want to say like I'm thankful to Mr. West for that happening, because I never will be.
No,
but the change, the direction of her path was it was like, you know, like a 90-degree angle and huge. And I think it propelled her so much. It changed her viewpoint.
Absolutely.
I think she kind of became less precious about things.
Yes.
And this idea of, you know, having to be perfect and having to be I mean, I think she's still a people pleaser, but like, why should I sit around and make everybody happy if they're still going to pull this on me?
Yeah. And I think that,
you know,
said, like, you know what, I'm going to find my voice in this moment, and I'm going to, come back stronger than a 90s trend. Like, I'm just going to crush this. I'm going to use this, and I know my talent, because, like, with the next line is I saw something, they can't take away. Like, this is happening to me, but you know what they can't take away from me is me. Like, they can't take away.
And as a result, she finally really took ownership of her talent, her image, her name, her reputation, her success, and ultimately her life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe up to that point, because that was, I mean, she won that VMA for You Belong With Me. Like, that is very early in her career.
Yeah.
And so I think probably up to that point, she still, I mean, I remember her talking about them picking the title for Speak Now. That's not the title she wanted.
I know.
So people were still, and you know, all too well, like, people were still dictating what she could do and what she should do, and da-da-da. She didn't have the full control. And I think after that point, she really, she took it.
I think that she, like, during Speak Now and even in Red, she actually, and 1989, I think all of those albums, I think that she still had this, like, fight that she was having with herself.
Oh, yeah.
Over, like, this hurt that has been done to her. And then I think that once the Taylor Swift is over party with the phone call situation happened, is the other, like, I think the blood-soaked gown is in its entirety, all of that, you know what I mean? It's like that whole situation, because it's the same people involved from the VMA situation. So it's like, I think that she really was like, you know what? I am strong enough and talented enough, and I am going to, and also right. Like, you manipulated that phone call. You are also
the
liars.
Truth was on her side.
I am Cassandra,
you know,
to speak my truth, and best believe that I will come out on top of this, because you all are lying. So, and she did it, and she did it, and I love it that she did that, and that is what they can never take away. They can never take away her talent, her viewpoint, her work, her commitment, her blood, sweat, and tears, and her ability to persevere through all of it. They can't even they can't take any of it. They can take nothing away from her. So she realized it, and you know, there was pages turned with the bridges
burned.
And you know what? Yeah, yay!
Because she burned all that behind her, and that's the fire, the ashes.
Yep, it's the ashes in the fireplace. Exactly. From sprinkler splashes to fireplace ashes. Yep, exactly. Like that's what's burned. Like there are bridges burned, there are pages turned, like all of it has happened. Like I have lost relationships, I've burnt bridges in this industry, I've turned the page on all that shit because I don't even care. Like it is mine now. Me is me. I own me now.
And don't you think that all of us at some point in our lives have that moment, that watershed moment of these are the people that are going to be there for me, and these are the people I don't need anymore. Yes. And I'm just gonna let them go. They're not there for me when I need them. They're not who I need them to be.
Right. And I'm on
whatever it is.
Cool.
And I'm if I have to be on my own, like literally, that's better than these people who are just there when they need something, or
I think it's also like a call out
more than they give.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's also like a call out to like, hello world, even me, Taylor Swift, who has teams of people everywhere all around, I still had to do this all myself. Like it is me. Like let me just make this clear. Like there is not boardrooms of people writing my songs. There is not somebody giving me this work ethic or this drive or ambition.
Absolutely.
Like it is me. It is
like nobody came to her and said, oh, you should do a tour that lasts almost 2 years and you play, over 40 songs of, your whole catalog. She decided to do that. She came up. People laughed at her about that idea. Oh, what are you going to do? Like the Eras tour?
Yes, actually. Bitch,
yes, I am. Thank you very much,
And watch what happens.
P.S. Billboard magazine or whatever you are now, like to talk about her not having a cultural impact. I'm not saying, again, this is not anything against
on what planet are we living in where that's
like,
a statement?
Who has not done a hashtag in my whatever era?
Seriously. I mean, give me
that's not a cultural impact?
Give me a break. I can't even discuss that. It's so stupid. It is literally the dumbest thing. It's ridiculous on every level and whatever.
And again, just trying to make two powerful, successful, talented, incredible women compete against each other.
Right. It's exactly that's what they're trying to do.
We don't need that.
It's not going to work. We do not need it. There is no whatever. Like they both have given culture and
they're so similar.
Yes, like they're humongous icons. Both of them.
They both started young. They both had help from parents at the beginning. They
both are driven beyond belief, and they are
driven.
both wildly talented. So let's just have it be that. You know what I mean?
I will never ever get over the fact that Billboard of all people hand waved we're not going to pay attention to the charts and the numbers. You are Billboard. That's what you do.
It's literally your whole singular purpose. That's all you do. That's quite literally how you exist in the world. So if you're saying that you're going to no longer pay attention, what is your purpose in this discussion? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So,
and in no way do we condone going after that writer or what. I mean,
no, but it's
all stupid. It's all silly.
It's all stupid.
Don't.
But also look at the numbers and like again, I like facts. Like, can we please just bring up the numbers? I mean, like there are facts for a reason. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on. So, all right. So then, so everything you lose is a step you take, because you're going to lose a lot when you are going after a big dream. I mean, that's just the thing of the matter. Like when you are focused on any form of a goal, there are things that are sacrificed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can speak this in my life, like building this app. there was like, that's taken up 2 years of my life. And there was so many things that I could no longer be a part. Like I was so singular focused on this that there were birthdays I missed, holidays, friend events, getting togethers, you know, date nights, all of these things, massive amounts of time that I completely only had for this app. And that's just like, you know, there are things that you lose. There are things that you can't do because of a dream that you have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to stay the course. And so like, I relate that to my life. And with her, it's like, yeah, I mean, there are lots of things that you lose on the way to getting to where you need to go, because it's just how it goes. You know what I mean? It's really, it is just how it goes. And it doesn't matter what goal or how big or how small. Goals require attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like she said, you know, everything you lose is a step that you take towards that goal.
Yeah. And it's a decision you make. You
It
go,
is.
what's worth, like, is this dream, goal, or whatever worth losing, fill in the blank for,
Right.
And you know what I mean? If you want it bad enough, the answer is yes. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth.
And if you don't, that's okay too. Like,
that's
maybe you
us,
don't
right.
want it bad enough.
Right.
That's
and
okay.
that's cool. That's completely cool. But there's like a lot of sacrifice. I mean, like my family, you know, my friends, will tell you, like, we haven't seen Holly in like forever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like especially like the beginning parts of building this app and the like,
I can't even imagine
amount of hours
what you
like,
took on.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, and I'm talking like getting 2 hours of sleep for months and months and months in a row in development sessions and rewriting and rethinking and all of it. And it was highly, I mean, it was my only focus. It still is my only focus, but like building, like getting it off the ground was like so time consuming. And that's just like an app, you know what I mean? Not just, but like, that's like what I'm relating this to. Like, so in her career, I imagine like it's, you know, there's so many things you do lose along the way, but it is a choice that everything you lose is a step you take. It is a decision. Like, that's how I read that. It's like it's a step in some direction, whether towards the goal or away from it. But it's everything you lose is a step that you take, and you take that, you walk with yourself every step of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are always with you, you know, and that's just, you know, that's how it is. And I mean, I love that sentence in this. I love it. And then she's like, celebrate. So make the friendship bracelets. Understood the assignment. Take the moment and taste it, because you got no reason to be afraid. Like, whatever your goal is, if you have fear over it, you're never gonna realize that it doesn't exist until you just do the thing. You know, just go. Yeah. Something will happen, whether the dream works out or not. You will be different because of it, and you will be better for it. You know.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And that whatever we fear, I don't know. I mean, I'm an anxiety girly. You're an anxiety girl.
Oh God. No.
Like, but the thing that we have anxiety about, it never comes to fruition. It's not. It doesn't turn out the way our brains lie to us that it's going to be. So, I mean, that's not the answer. I mean, I didn't just, you know, solve everybody's anxiety, but it is something you start to figure out along.
Yeah, you do. You start to figure out, but like, I have an anxiety disorder, and like, trust me, like, I never stop worrying about shit. Like,
the brain does not turn off.
No, never. It's never ever on the off position, and it's like, meh. So, you know,
that's why I am tired. Where am I? Tired, even for a phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I am, I don't even know how to describe myself these last couple months, but like, I'll just say, bereft and reeling. Yeah. Bereft and reeling. So, then the last lines, you know, like, you're on your own, kid. Yeah, you can face this. You're on your own, kid. And you always have been. Like, that's like so eye-opening in a lot of ways, because you're just like, oh yeah, it's always been inside of me. And I've always, you know, like, I can do this. I can do this.
That was very Wizard of the Oz. Good God. I am tired.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, like it's been in you all along.
All along.
And there have been theories flying around about like Yellow Brick Road, and we know
Really?
the yellow's been big lately.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I have not really engaged with a lot of that particular theory. I just know that it exists.
Okay,
There's some Wizard of Oz theory going around with it, the clowning.
With
obviously.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and I don't really know all. Like I said, I don't know all the
I'm
details.
gonna rabbit hole this now. Great, awesome.
There's also a star theory,
Okay.
and I'm not talking about Speak Meow's cat, although.
Oh,
I know, right? But I saw this the other night.
Will it do
like,
it? Yay!
Can we do a star? How do we make a star happen? But then in a lot of the pictures, like in the Eras Tour book and the pictures that she posted and stuff, there's like starburst, which you have to intentionally basically do when you're doing photography. And then there's been pictures of her like pointing at like a star balloon and things like that. So one theory is that she's going to move from colors to like symbols. So maybe TS12 will be star symbol. The other theory is self-titled and reputation, STAR. Like that's the order that they will come out, which we already believe. So again, you watch these and you're like, okay, you've been wrong on every other video that you've ever made, but that's fun. So
it is fun. It is fun because her mind's always working like 40, 100 million steps ahead of everyone. So I would
she's just like she comes up with it and she just like is giggling. I'm gonna do my nails this color, and they're not gonna know what it means, but I know what it means for 2 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like I feel like that is how she rolls. Like ha ha ha.
I love it. I love it.
Too. And that just goes again to her brilliance in business. Like I would just say that there's no one like her, and
her organizational skills.
No, I know. Like oh my god.
Like does she use like Excel or something? Like she must have the next 10 years of her life mapped out.
There are spreadsheets galore. Are you kidding me? Like I have a ton of spreadsheets. If I do, she has like I don't even know what type of there's definitely very detailed spreadsheets happening for sure, without question. Like mapped out.
God, what I wouldn't give.
Oh, I know. Like all the details. I'm like. My mind obsesses. We'll do another video on that.
I know. Even if I couldn't find out the details, I would love just to know, like the organizational. Like I would love just to know,
like what apps
Taylor,
are you using?
You don't have to tell me what's coming up for 12, 13, like 13th album is going to be insane.
No, it's going to be very cool.
It's going to be
super cool, and I don't even know what it's like. I can't even.
Maybe. The actual next album will be like an Eras, like the mashups or a soundtrack or something. Maybe. And then so technically the 13th will be her next original.
See, I think that her next album's already done.
Could be.
I think,
but that doesn't mean it's going to be released.
No,
I'm so you know what I mean. Like
it's going to be like a Travis album and like a super love story album.
Mm-hmm. No, Holly, because they're just a PR relationship. They are not really together.
I think that they're like. I secretly feel like they're married already. Like when she announced,
or at least engaged already.
When she did the Guy on the Chiefs for the film of Eras, I was like, "Well,
I freaked out because I had made a post about that, and I was like, "Oh my god,
it's serious!" Like she's immortalizing him in the.
Well, she did the Archer pose.
Yeah, like I'm like, well, they're married. That was my first, like when I heard her go like, Guy on the Chief, I'm like, what? They're married.
There is a certain Sparkx user, and I won't out this person, but that I DM with, who has a theory that there is a baby on the way via surrogacy.
Oh,
which would make a lot of sense, and that maybe we won't find out until said child is, like 6 months old or something like that.
Totally believe it. I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't either. It's a brilliant theory.
Yeah, I
wouldn't. User.
Absolutely. So
to this user.
Yay, wink to this user. Good theory. I love it.
I love it.
I do too. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's even a baby that's not via surrogacy.
But it would be such a good way for her to like keep the private life private and like.
Oh yeah.
Because can you imagine like if she
No.
is pregnant, the speculation and the paparazzi and the blah blah blah. Blah.
No.
And I can
No.
understand not wanting that, and a lot of obviously
No.
celebrities have been doing that more often, and I get
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely. Like whatever she chooses, I'm down for. But I
Absolutely,
think that
we support.
fully, and I can't wait. Like I want to see her like the happiest, whatever the
Absolutely.
happiest thing is for her. I want her to be living that. I like truly want her to have everything that she wants. So
Absolutely. But if it does not work out with Travis, another Taylor blonde hair.
we'll get you on his podcast. Like,
And
hold on, I have another Taylor to introduce.
What we could do like a double, like a
Oh,
Jason and Travis and you and me.
okay, but
That would be
okay.
fire. It would be
Yes.
electric.
It would be electric. It would be crazy. It would be electric.
I
would,
just
like,
want to
chug
say
a beer and smash it on my head.
since we have veered off on so many tangents, like the people who say, "Oh, he's not her type. She's into like the broody." That's exactly why he is perfect. Because she is, I think, she's exhausted by the broody, artistic. Like she's been burned.
Well, and I think
And he
that
is fun.
He supports her.
He
Yeah,
supports her.
he's fun, and he applauds her. And
He
that's-
like when he did the like,
Yeah.
this is
I mean,
this
fun.
is my
Like,
girl. Like,
yeah, like it's like, oh, you don't have this weird, jealous like obsession.
I don't
with,
have
like,
to hide. I don't
yeah,
have to
like you're not threatened by my massive career and awesomeness. Oh, you're not. In fact, you're like applauding and on stage and there. Like it's the greatest. I think it's the greatest, and I do think that it's a rarity to find. I mean, honestly, like I think it's hard to find somebody who wouldn't feel like, wow, this is like really major. Like this person's life is so humongous. It's hard
Right.
to like
compartmentalize.
compartmentalize.
The albatross, I mean,
right? Yeah, and
I think that
he's like, bring it on.
Easy.
Make it
It's
bigger.
just easy with him for her.
Yeah,
I don't think she's
absolutely.
ever had easy before.
No, never. And
as someone who has never had easy, like I can only imagine. I can
Right,
only imagine
and
what
not
it would
only
be like
easy,
to
but
just
fun.
know
Like,
somebody feels the same way about you. Like it's, you don't have to try to read their mind. You don't have to try to like manipulate situations,
Right.
or whatever. It's just like it's
And
fun. It's easy. It's
fun and supportive, and
it's got to be like that.
totally awesome.
She can finally exhale.
Yes, and just have fun. Enjoy.
We love that for her.
Without, like,
We love that for her. Snaps,
love.
claps, a bracelet, Sparkx.
We're doing all the things.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm like obsessed. All right. Well, we have.
Also, he's gorgeous. So yes,
I know. That always helps.
you know, right?
There's also that.
When he talks about like Tay for just like 0.13 seconds, it can be like he's talking about me, and then he's not obviously, but
We can all live in worlds. You know what I mean? That's your world. He's talking about you. That's cool. We can do that.
that's my secret garden.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Who would know that it was going to be in the Midwest? Well, I mean, you were in the Midwest.
I know he's not that far from me.
I don't know what. But yeah, I mean, you never know. Crazy.
But Taylor, I'm not going to take your man. I know you could feel threatened by all of this, right?
She should have said, "Try and come for my man," instead of
Thank you. Go,
for
my
my man. No.
That
All
would be
right,
hilarious.
guys. Well,
Did we do
did
it? Well, I just want to say, because I always have my notes in my rep
Yes,
notebook, which is
Yeah.
also where I keep my delirious.
that's fine.
How many theories did I come up with about this tour that were dead wrong? Every single one of them. Thank you very much. But they are all encapsulated in my beautiful
Which is great.
book.
Yes,
Great. It was fun. It was
it is
so
really
fun.
fun, and it's really fun to look.
And
back
also,
on,
Taylor, if you
especially
want
time.
some ideas, like I think I had some good ideas.
You did. You
Bounce
did.
them. Bounce
We
them.
all like
Call me.
We all did. We all had great ideas.
We did. The kids I nanny already think that I have her on my cell phone. Be like, oh, hi, Taylor, you really like it when they share? Oh, yeah, and you share with
You're gonna tell Santa?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what? Yeah, that's amazing.
She's like Santa, but all year round.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Very good. Hey, parents out there.
Little nanny tip.
Yeah, that's
from Tay Tay the nanny.
Oh my god, that's
but I just want to say, like, just to maybe like wrap it up a little bit. Like, you can have privilege. We know she comes from a privileged background. You can have money, you can have people around you, and you can still feel absolutely alone, or that you are doing it on your own. Absolutely. Even if there are people rooting for you and supporting you. And if you don't have especially if you don't have a partner when you're an adult, you may feel that way, or you just don't have that thing that you want. Yeah, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You feel like you're reaching for it. And especially if you don't get back what you feel you give, I think that's why so many people do relate to this song. I think it is kind of a common Swiftie thread that we relate to Taylor on that.
Absolutely.
Just feeling like, like I'm a good person and I want simple things, but maybe I've been overlooked, or maybe I've had a difficult road, or maybe I've been bullied, or maybe, whatever it is. And it's very validating in this song.
Absolutely. It really is, without question. I'm glad that you said that, because like, I would say that I would check all of those boxes, that yes, like, and it's hard, like, when you feel like you've given so much and it's just getting depleted, but nothing's like replenishing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like nothing, like you're giving and then it's not being filled back up into you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's
I know, feeling, girl.
Yeah, like I think that we've all felt that way, and feeling like an other, you know what I mean, like an outsider, or
just like second, or an also ran.
Yeah, or just like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things. Life is hard. Like, let's just like be real about this. Life is very difficult. For a million different reasons, and separately and all together. Do you know what I mean? Like, life is tough and it is hard. And I really hope, like, the intention of this app is like, I hope that people truly feel not alone. You know what I mean? Like, I
swear to God, I was just thinking that.
Really?
I was just gonna say something, but okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, we say now. You can say whatever you want. I just feel like that was like one of the reasons I made this, was like a way to truly connect with people, to have, like, because I know that life is hard. I've been through so much shit in my life that it's like truly unbelievable. And honestly, these last few months, I mean, we all know it now, and I don't feel like being like the sad trombone all the time, but like, it's like like it's been very devastating, truly and utterly.
But you are a real tough kid and you can handle your shit.
Thank you. There's days and I won't lie, there's days where I can't handle it, like life, you know what I mean? Like, I just cry all day long.
We all have those days.
And that's okay. And I'm just like really honest about it, because I feel like what I've taken from You're on Your Own Kid is just like, be real and what's up. Like, today I can't do shit. You know what I mean? Like, I am very much stuck in my head and stuck in my emotions, and it's overwhelming, and everything's crashing down, and I'm pacing like a ghost, room's on fire, invisible smoke, shit's all, you know what I mean? Like, that, those are real days. And there's other
that's
days
when you text me and I tell you that I love you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm super grateful for that, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a strange, like, full circle moment where you realize, like, something that you built is actually doing the thing that you want it to do. But for you personally, like, I was like, oh my God, like, I built my own life raft. Like, I didn't know that, like, at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had no idea that like the world's worst shit ever was going to happen to me, and like every single month for like a series of like 7 months in a row. Like, that, like. But
your grandmother knew. And that's why she gave you like that vision to do this, so you would have that support. Like, she gave you that.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, it's like,
and bracelet shakes to her. What was her name?
Peggy, but Peggy, yeah. Her real name is Kenyatta. She's Greek and amazing. but her name also means pearl, and so I wear pearls all the time for Grammy.
Special.
I know, and I usually have it on my desk, but I don't right now. But there's a little framed picture. It's like my life is still in disarray fully from everything. Yeah. But anyway, like I just want to say that I hope that people feel not alone, because I have felt very othered and outsidered and not accepted and all kinds of things for a very long, for whatever. And I hope that this place is everyone's place where they can feel like they actually make real friends and not just bullshit, surfacey, crappy, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like I truly believe that the world needs more genuine friendships and positivity in a place that just straight up says no to toxic stuff. And like I think that's extremely important.
And it's definitely been my experience there. And I just, like I said, I was going to say, like, you have built this community, and it's amazing to me the amount of people that have reached out to me just to check on me, which is just, like, lovely. Thank you. And for advice and just like care about the things going on in my life. And like there's been recent things going on, medical things going on that I have posted about before, like even my family has known about. So we are on our own ultimately, but we're not, because we are part of a community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a community built on love and
joy, and being yourself, and not being ashamed of who you are and exactly what you love and how you want to show it, and the things that make you happy, like the things that make you happy, and the real things in your life, that whether it's being a Swiftie or like a Potterhead or like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like the things that create joy are the things that define you, and not the things that people say about you. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Just like the outro for Daylight. Like, you are what you love.
You are what you love. Period. And
I love the Swiftiverse, so I am the Swiftiverse.
Yes, we are all the Swiftiverse, and I think that's super, super great and super amazing, and I'm so proud of it. And like I just I feel like let's just take all of this, the things that we have learned from the Eras Tour, the things that we have shown the world, like what Swifties are all about, and just spread it in our community and bring people in who need us, because a lot of people do. A lot of people are feeling down for lots of reasons. And
it's been a hard year.
It's a hard year. And it's like, I feel like, okay, let's just pass the baton around to, to people that need us and bring them in.
Well, I loved your mom's idea of like taking Taylor's birthday and making it a day of not necessarily service, if that, because it's a work day, people maybe can't do that, but
like just being
a day
nice,
of kindness.
spreading joy. Yeah, kindness. Just be kind and just be joyful. And like, these are the things that we're lacking so dramatic. Like we're lacking so much of that in the world. It's just joy and kindness. Like, it's just wild to me. And I feel like those are the two single most important, life-changing displays that you can show somebody that truly will change their life. Like, it will change their life. Like, and like, let's
you
just
never
do
know.
that.
You never know what you could say to somebody that could completely change their day, their week, their month, their life.
Absolutely.
And you may never know, but
you may never know.
Wouldn't you rather be a positive force?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you rather spend your energy like
just be positive? Just be positive and be human. Like, just be human and nice. You know what I mean? Like, other people are going through crazy things. So are you, and maybe you're not. But like, it doesn't mean that what they're going through is is invisible or
Right.
you know, not important or irrelevant. Like we're all connected. Like
We all carry weight.
We all
in
carry
different
weight and
ways.
we're all connected. So let's just use the connection to spread some joy, love, and kindness. And you know,
And it's like the most revolutionary thing you can do.
I think so too. Like it's so easy to be toxic and horrible and crappy, and you see it rampant everywhere. And it's like people have invested so much into being like negative, just negative, cruel, and
or edgy and contrarian.
Yeah, and it's just like it's unnecessary, and it's made people feel like they can't celebrate themselves and the joys in their life because some group of somethings somewhere are going to, you know, tell them that they're stupid, you know what I mean, or they're not worthy, or they're like dumb, or like, you know, or they're shunned, or like I don't like that. Like I'm all about like celebrate what makes you you, the joy in your life, share them with other people because joy should be contagious. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to like make joy contagious. Like I want to see happy things and not sad things. You know what I mean? In the world, it's toxic things. You know what I mean? Sad things I understand that people need to talk about. I sure as hell talk about my sadness all the time. But like, you know, the thing is that what's interesting is when you truly are deeply sad, like I have been, and you search out happy things, and you really, it's very limited. Like, because that's when you really realize, like, that's when I really truly realized, like, how we're in a negative supply of joy in this world. It's like, try to find things that like truly make you happy. It's very limited, and it's wild to me. And I feel that's why we need each other more than ever, is because, you know, a lot of people are going through that, you know, different, and it doesn't matter the reason. Like it doesn't, there's no qualifier for feeling that like having your
it's not an Olympic
validated.
It's not an Olympic competition.
No, it's not. And like, you know, it all matters. Like we should just be taking care of each other as humans, you know what I mean? And spreading the love around. So, all right. Well, now I'm getting emotional again. So
take us to church, Holly.
That was my moment, guys. Okay. So let's wrap it up and let's give our little farewell thingy. So we love you guys, and
we do.
Thank you. And as always, peace, love, and Swifties. Oh, do it, Swifties. Forever.
Love you, bye.